rocking and rolling. It's not the Will Show tonight, but you know what? It's the Happy Show tonight. It's the Happy Show, but y'all know how we do everything, how we need to do. And let me go on and get that off of there and bring in. Let's see. It's all kinds of stuff. First of all,
Hey,
Will I am,
yeah,
and I got the Don here. What's going on,
yo,
Don? How you doing,
yo,
sir?
man, just like my guys. We
Oh,
good. I'm
don't
good
shoot,
now.
don't
I'm good.
shoot him, don't shoot him, boss. Don't shoot him, boss. Don't shoot him, boss.
Woo.
Don't shoot
Yeah,
him, boss. Don't shoot him. Look. Check
feeling
this out.
good. Feeling good.
Tonight's show, you already know. It's something that we have not been able to celebrate for a long time. So you're gonna see probably a lot of different backdrops and stuff because we on here doing it after watching a big win by the University of Louisville, right? Cardinals, taking care of business. But it is what it is. Don, how has your day been? And I know it's out. Well, it has ended so far greatly. But how's your
Man,
day been, sir?
I mean, man, a good work day. I was just chilling. Got through that work day today. Got home, got to chill. The great weather outside in Louisville, Kentucky. You know how it does. And the crazy thing about it, my part of the area, it didn't hail. But I'm looking
Okay.
at other places, it was hailing like a yeah.
Yeah. It's on something different. On
Right.
something
But you
different.
know how Kentuckiana weather is. So yeah, that's how it
I
is.
hope everybody has had a great one. And they ain't played nobody. Hopefully they'll join us a little bit later. Had a great show earlier today. Bird's Eye View.
Bird's eye
Check
view.
check that out. You know what I'm saying? Big time. We're gonna go ahead and get a lot of stuff started. But first of all, we're gonna thank Mile Wide Bird Company, 502 Corvette, uh, Empire, Vinyl Empire, all that good stuff like that. And you know it must be something when the Don is dancing and stuff. Yeah, I ain't seen him dance since his 50th birthday party. All that stuff. All right, what a fan is that, man? Y'all know we not playing. 54 Sports Network is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You don't
Don't
stop.
stop.
X, YouTube, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna need you guys to, you know what? I always say, Don. I always say,
Hmm.
follow, like, subscribe, comment, engage. We need
Right.
engagement, and I think we got some more games that's on today that I'm about to see. I think another team is playing.
Oh,
I'm not.
that is right.
Yeah. What channel is that on, Don? What get me
Man, I
together,
thought I
Don.
already had it on there, but
Is that
evidently,
ESPN?
oh, I thought it
I
was. Is
I
it?
think that's probably ESPN. That's big boy status.
No, I see Big 12, I see ACC, I see
Maybe
Fox
SEC. You
Sports.
think it may be
It must
SEC
be.
network?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oklahoma versus those kitty cats. All right.
Guys, I promise you, I'm trying to work on him. I have a tutoring tomorrow with him, 101 with him. Don't worry, I got y'all. I got y'all. We want him to be himself, but you got to like reel that shit in. It's all good. It's
Uh,
all good. It's
I
all
mean,
good.
I don't know.
It's tough. It was tough for me. It was tough for me, but it's all good. We're gonna rock and roll without a doubt. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. I still need to commend, man, the interview last night. I will not
Hey.
stop raving about today's youth.
Hmm.
Very impressive. I'm going to continue to do that, man. I love that. And, you know, when you have to go back and just listen to the interview, and we try to do that and stuff like that. But, I mean, very impressive. Deuce, hats off to you. And I was still, it might be 6 months, a year or whatever, but man, later, it was a great interview. That's what we do, guys. That's what we do. We want to hear everybody's sports journal. Not trying to toot horns. One of the first ones to do it. You know what I'm saying? Mark and Will Show. 54. You know what I'm saying? Sports Networks. That's the Will Show. all that, and we continue to do that because we want to go ahead and hear from our youth. You know what I'm saying? We want to see what you're talking about, what's going on, what you thought about, and it gives everybody. Now, everybody's not comfortable to speak in front of people. Now, you can claim it like Zoom or whatever you want to do, but it's still nerve wracking from people to talk about things. So my whole thing was to talk about yourself. Who knows you better than you,
I'll be down.
right? So basically, when people ask, what is, I don't give questions out. All you gotta do is watch the show. I mean that is the biggest clue or hint, whatever you want to do. Just watch the show.
You'll be
We don't
prepared.
we don't change things, and the thing about it, we don't have to change things, right? We want to give you opportunity to talk about yourself. So Deuce rocked it. So where are our softball players? Where are our baseball players? Where are our track people? We need more coaches. Let's talk about the program. Go ahead and get with us. I mean, we're not hard to find. We easy to obtain. You can go ahead and get with us and talk about your program. Let's do it. Let's go. Talk about you. So I really do appreciate Deuce big time for joining us, and it was a great interview. Great interview, big time. We love it. That's one of the missions that we are about, giving it to them. So all that kind of stuff. Don, I'm gonna give you opportunity, man. Anything we need to know about some wrestling, my brother?
Oh man. Well, what was I? I was just going over this. So you had,
You just got too much Louisville shit in your brain, bro.
yeah, it really is. I'm kind of foggy on everything else. So Monday, Monday night, you had Seth. Well, it was the biggest thing going Monday night, I guess you'd say, other than Jade's back, Jade Cargill's back.
Yeah.
Her and Naomi, they are fighting
Can you
because
give me can you give me a schedule when she's doing her stuff? When she's
on
wrestling?
Monday nights. Monday
Monday night.
nights.
Okay.
Just check
Okay.
Monday nights. Yeah,
Okay.
Monday nights. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right, right. Jade. And Bianca Blair.
I'm gonna need
Yeah.
that.
Right.
I'm-
So right now, so one of the biggest things too, you had Monday night, you had a cage match. You had CM Punk against Seth Rollins, a cage match. They was going back and forth, back and forth. You had one guy putting the other guy in his own move. You had the other guy doing the same thing. They were stomping each other. The stomp is when he puts that foot in the back of your head and just rams it to the mat right there. So
Damn.
then he even had a stomp where he came off the second rope and stomped CM Punk's head right there. Yeah, CM Punk put him several moves. They was going back and forth. It was a pretty good match. I must say that. Some matches in WWE suspect at the time, but this was pretty good match. But then it came down to the end. Seth Rollins is pretty, he had CM Punk down pretty much laid back. Seth Rollins is laid up against the ropes right there where the open part of the cage is. Because if you walk out that open part of the cage, you win the cage match. But the thing about it, he's sitting there and he didn't know behind his back was the tribal chief.
Ooh, the
Roman
tribal chief.
Reigns came back. He came back, choked him, threw him out of the ring. He hit him with a Superman punch, rocked him down a little bit, and then he seen in the middle of the ring CM Punk and his wise man, Paul Heyman, was kind of talking to each other. He was like, hold up, what's going on with that? So Roman Reigns hops back in the ring, throws CM
Ah,
Punk up against throws him up against the cage a couple times. The next thing you know, he spurs him. CM Punk's down, and the tribal chief is holding the finger up. He's still the tribal chief, and they're still the number one.
how's he
Mhm.
doing it?
Yeah, yeah. That's what
Okay.
the tribal chief does. So be
Damn.
expecting come WrestleMania, a three-way match. Come WrestleMania, that's what we're trying to what you're expecting right now with CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns in a three-man match where it's gonna be all
Is
bars,
there
no bars hold.
is there a certain match that you want to see? Because you got a lot of people who's trying to retire are going to retire. When you got The Rock back, John Cena, even though Rock was before John Cena, as far as, what I'm saying, fame wise. But is there a certain one that you want to, like, see?
Well, right now it's like you want to see what they're gonna do with this whole uh John Cena and Cody Rhodes. So supposedly where they gonna be at tomorrow, John Cena's gonna be there. So we
Okay.
gotta, the thing is, what's he gonna say about where he sold his soul to The Rock?
What?
Sold his soul. He sold his soul. He sold his soul. Because Cody wouldn't. Cody said his soul is for the people. His soul is for that ring. But John Cena, yeah, he said he's with The Rock. So we gotta see what he's gonna say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, yeah, I love how you and T Rock though, because y'all be up front, storylines, different things and stuff like that. Y'all tell her how it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you guys have been wrestling fans for over damn near 40 years type stuff. Y'all done
Right.
seen a lot of things. It has really like dissected it enough that y'all can speak on it, right? So, and that's what's the beautiful thing is, like, that's when you hear, well, that's a story, that's not my rule, and you go back and forth. So my thing is, like, as a person who used to follow it, that stopped, the learning thing is great. So, I'm gonna go ahead and listen to you guys, and then when y'all say, "Hey, man, that's bullshit," I'm saying, "Oh, that's great. This is good."
Right.
Whatever, I'm gonna listen because I mean I understand, and I hope you guys, go ahead and comment with when they speaking about it. What's your thoughts on different things and matches and all that kind of stuff? Because I'm gonna tell you, we have shows and meetings and different things and outings and just hanging as brothers, and they talk about it. They talk about it all the time, so they know what they talking about. They may not agree with each other, but they have different views. So go ahead and
Right.
cancel on wrestling, and that's the whole thing. That's the great thing, and that's how we move. We move differently than a lot of people. And I would say this. This is give me an opportunity to say this before we go to Louisville basketball. Um, hold on. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way. Um, just give me a little time. I'm sorry. You know how I do. I'm off the script on this, but I'm gonna give a shout
Right.
out. I'm gonna give a shout
Wait,
out to
wait. While you
a
doing
guy.
that, let me pour my beverage.
Go ahead, go ahead. What beverage you pouring? Go ahead. Let them know what you're pouring.
Ah, well, we're gonna be pouring Malwides.
Brabble. Is that Brable?
Yeah, that Bravo, the
Brabble.
Bravo.
Okay.
I guess it's mostly green. The bottle is, so yeah, so it ain't gonna show. But yeah, that's pretty much one of my favorites in Malwide.
Okay. And it is. He's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying. I'm gonna give a shout out to after the show, and you know the thing about it is that with well, and I said it earlier about what we do as far as giving everybody opportunity, the coaches, the student athletes and stuff, and then you have people who you know what, the mayor might disagree, and the mayor thinks people emulate, and I don't think so. This
Oh,
because we're one of the original. Like we don't cover just one sport. We're all over the place, which is great. So when you got a swimmer that you want to be interviewed or a coach and talk about it, we gonna do that. We talk about high school sports, middle school sports, professional sports, all the sports, right? Which makes us different. We don't get caught up in only one sport. We're not caught in on just in football, high school football. But we're gonna go ahead and make sure the high school football in the state of Kentucky is covered. High school basketball. I'm gonna tell you what. If God bless us with more people to cover soccer and different things, or if you invite us to come to the soccer game to see and want to educate us, I'm with it.
Man,
We love that.
heck
We're
yeah.
gonna do that. And so we got a lot of people who uh, has came to that forefront, and it's been people before us. So salute to them. I just don't think they did it like how we do it. That's all I'm saying. And so you got some people who's been gassed. You got some people who's probably bit a little bit, but when you rock and roll, you don't give a shit about that, right? So and I don't. Y'all know me. If you don't know me, I can tell you I don't give two shits about none of that. But shout out to Joseph Decker, man. Joseph Decker, uh, he has his own little his I ain't gonna say little. He has his own podcast, and he covers pretty much high school sports, and he does a great job. Um, Hit him up at Joseph Decker 23. See what's going on. Um, the Joe Show on X. He reached out to me, man, and I love it. And I'll read it. A lot of times I don't share personal stuff. Only people get that. It's Don, my brother Don, my brother the mayor, my brother T Rock, my sister Mika J. All brother, people who's with us to get this stuff. So I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna need you guys to do me a solid. I'm gonna do a solid because this is how comfortable I am in what we do. That I can go ahead and promote other people's shit. Podcast is tough, bro. Enjoyed catching the episode on the other night about basketball and speaking on the early free agency. If you ever need a guest to speak on Kentucky high school basketball, I'd love to come on and keep it up. Keep it up, man. My response to him, I see you, what you doing. You're doing a great job. Continue to do what you do. So my thing is that I'm gonna get him on here. I'm gonna let you guys know I am gonna get him on here in a segment. Joseph Decker. The problem is that I'm gonna be gone next week. Um, we give the guys vacation. If they want to go ahead and do a show, they can. They got free reigns. I will be gone, and if we can't make it happen next week, well, I make it when I come back the following week. He's a young guy. He's doing sports, high school sports. He interviews people like we do. What I'm saying is that it's no competition. Not because we're cocky. It's because we're all in for the same thing. If you can't uplift the next person, it is what it is. And if you can't praise the people who shows you the rope, then you're a different person too. You're a different person too. What we do, we uplift. Man, I so many people who videotapes. Y'all, we done had dad stock. I would love to have my guy on here. Damn, the people who do video stuff, y'all are always welcome to come on what we do. But I mean, hey, up and coming dude, doing this thing. So the following week, when we reconvene, unless they do something next week, we'll get them on. We'll talk about high school stuff because that's what it's all about, man. That's what we do.
Man,
We're blessed to have almost 18,000 followers on Facebook on a short period of time and reshaping stuff. We're blessed to have over 10,000 on X, right? We're blessed in many ways. So why would we want, man, we want everybody to be covered, but respect is given and the respect is earned. So Joe, we're gonna holler at you, man. It meant a lot because the Don and myself was definitely happy with the interview what we did, and that's what we do. Now, there's some people who need to come on here. Zakiah Johnson. I don't even know why you ain't been on the show, man. Everybody said I can get you on here. Ain't nobody done it. That's a problem. The dopest show in the state, and you ain't on here. That's a problem. Big time. Holler at your peoples. Big time. It is what it is. All right, my brother. Don, go ahead, speak, man. You've been a part of this for a year, man.
Man.
You have seen, you have seen, and you have interviewed a lot of great talent. Her man, you speak. I don't speak for you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you
We
most
all a
definitely don't.
team, but you know what it is.
Right. Like I said, it's been over a year or so for myself just coming on, just being blessed to take the airwaves with y'all. When you just took me on, heck, first I was like, oh, I'm just a guest. And then next thing you know, hey, we just rocking and roll with it every week, several times a week. Hey, it ain't been no stopping. And we just been growing ever since. And, just throwing different ideas. And it's the thing about T Rock's in the building. It's the thing about like us as a group, as a team, you might as well say it. We all got different ideas, and everybody's ideas are put in consideration in everything that we do. I mean, hell, you seen just by or whoever's watching, seen just by me put on a fancy football show out of nowhere. I'm just like, hey, that's what I've been wanting to do. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. And I'll be damned, we ran with it for 16, 18 weeks or whatever else it was. And
Did the scene
yeah,
kind of long? Did the scene kind of
it,
long?
it did.
Hold on,
It did, but hey,
hold on. I'm gonna bring you back because I got to get the everybody. There we got the names. Did the scene kind of long? You rocked that though, bro. You rocked that. You rocked that. I'm gonna keep it
well,
real.
maybe my season didn't rock as it should have, but hey, the show went on, and I think it worked out pretty well at times. So hey, it is what it is. We had a great time, and hey, looking forward to next year, reshaping and
Bigger and better.
changing things up.
Bigger and
Right.
better. Bigger and better. T Rock, hey, welcome, my brother. Basically, we're
What's
saying
up, y'all?
that basically what we're talking about before we get into the Louisville game and stuff is how the other day, yesterday, after we had a great interview with Deuce Harris, I'm trying to put a Harrison because that's my middle name. Um, Joe, I had a message from I think it's Joe Decker, who you know salute us on what we do and have done. He's been following us anyway, but he wants to get on the show, talk about high school things, sports and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just basically saying, man, I'm just sharing that like it's no competition. Like, and that's not us being cocky. We do a lot. We do every sport, not just high school, not just professional. We do a lot of stuff. So I'm happy when the student athletes getting other people to cover them. Kind of like Dead Stock. Dead Stock. And I'm gonna kid you not, and I'm gonna let you, and I'll come back with you with this question, or this is a comment which you need to speak because you've been a part of it for quite a few years now. That stock is my guy. Let me tell y'all why that stock my guy. When I first started doing it, when my oldest nephew was a junior, going into senior, I think a junior, he was out there. It wasn't nobody out there besides myself and him. But he was going to different places. You know what I'm saying? I was at Mail. He's a ballot person. He was at Mail. He's done teaching. He was that different guy. And we had conversations. I told him another sports as I grew as a professional in the sport. I told him certain sports to cover. All of a sudden, you see all these people with cameras and different shit. And I told him, I said, hey, man, this is because of you. And he's like, nah, man, no. This is because of you. Because my thing is this: we are talking about interviewing. We want to interview people. We want to highlight stuff. You're doing mixed videos, tapes, and shit. And I told him, get it. My first thing, T Rock, Don. I said, get the baseball. Get the baseball. Get the baseball. You gonna get a baseball.
Mm.
But I mean, what we do is so special, and it's so special to me that when I go to sleep at night, man, after having interviews and having shows with you guys, I smile because this was what it was all about as a youth when I was 8 years old, and I would listen to Jock Sullivan and Van Vans and all this shit. Like people don't understand how this touched home to me. Like this is something that has always been in my mind, right? And what I wanted to do. And I salute Mark. Mark integrated me with this. The great thing is that I was already running. You know what I'm saying? And it was a great thing. So what we want to do is make sure we cover everybody. But the great thing is we're not a one trick pony. We go everything. And so the Don came about a year ago, about a month ago, maybe a year ago. Travis got
Mhm.
dragged in this shit a long time ago. So T Rock, and I dragged his ass in it. T Rock, before we hit it, cover Kentucky, Louisville, and other things, you know, what's your thoughts, man, on the growth? Because the thing about it, you guys may not know it because I have plenty. No, I be on X, and I know the Don be on X, and we be on thing. I know T Rock be working. But what's your thoughts on it, man? Because you've been part of this movement. Like you may not know. Neither one of y'all might know. Y'all been a part of this movement when y'all see people interviewing people, trying to do emulate what we do. That's because of what you guys have transcended with the mayor, right? With Bump, with Mika J, all of us, D, Shan, FNC, all this shit. This is the realest of the real. So when you look at it, T Rock, what's your thought on it?
Well, like you said, I was kind of drug into this.
Yes, you was.
I had no intentions of ever being in front of this camera, ever. You know,
He
I
right.
was, yeah, and my because I wasn't because originally that wasn't even my role. My
Right.
role was to try to help on the back end of things.
Mhm.
And then sometimes Will call me up, say, "Hey man, can you get on? I need your help."
Right.
Well, my buddy called me. He need my help. I do it. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
First couple, you know what I'm saying, it was like a little nerve wracking or whatever. And it's not just because I wasn't worried about the people watching. That wasn't my concern. My concern was me and my performance, you know what I'm saying, and try to figure it out, you know what I'm saying, what's going to be good for me. I think that was the most, and being prepared. I
Right.
think that was the most nerve wracking thing for me. I didn't really care about the people because I know some folks could look, you know what I'm saying, and see, oh my God, there's 100 people watching. That doesn't bother me because I can't see those 100 people.
Right.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not a thing. But like I said, it's just, but to, from where I was brought in to that fateful meeting at Rail Yard, Diamonds at, Diamonds at the time, I think, but at Rail
Right.
Yard, to where it is now, it's like leaps and bounds. You know what I mean? It's leaps and bounds. Sometimes I feel like I don't give enough, and because I do work a little bit, but the good thing is that I work with people that don't give me shit about it
Right.
because you understand. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm happy to be where I am right now. I'm happy to be here with you guys. It actually, much like you, Will, Don D, this brings me joy. You know what I mean? If I could be doing this, you know what I'm saying, for a living, I would love to do it.
Love it.
And
Love
at
it,
the
man.
same time,
Hell yeah.
I think what reinforced it for me was that shirt you have on. Yeah, both, but that primarily Will shirt. I that I would have never thought that would ever happen in a million years.
Greatness, man.
You know what I'm
Greatness.
saying? And so that made me feel some kind of way. You know what I mean? And so just from that aspect alone, man, this, you know what I'm saying, I'm grateful, I'm thankful,
You know.
and that's
You
pretty
know.
much all I can say.
Like the thing about it is that sometimes you have to like realize, man. I mean, you know, you guys work and go to games even without us as a group. Work games, shit. and people recognize and talk to you guys and all this kind that's the beauty of it to me because you know they know the mission. So when you see comments, hey, thank you, dude. I love that, man, and it's great because like with the shirt, with the down, with the valley, all that stuff. Hey, man, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We will talk about it, we laugh about it, but man, I mean, how many years ago were you thought that you would able to be in a position to have things happen? Because giving back to community is what we all about, and I appreciate you guys. I can't explain it. I can't put it into words. I love y'all, and we keep it moving. So tomorrow, guys, make sure you tune in. Bourbon with a splash because apparently my plane flight is fucking like excuse me, it's like 6 in the morning. So on Saturday. So I can't so this is for Ron. Ain't nobody going hard like that, bro.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
and
what it
me too.
is.
I got to work Saturday for the next two
Yeah,
Saturdays. So yeah,
ain't
yeah,
nobody
yeah,
go hard. Except for
Hey.
Don. The Don. Yeah, yeah, man.
yeah.
He's on different. All right,
Yeah,
so
I got a
let's
couch.
let's go to I would love to lay on the couch until I saw what time the plane leaves.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and do something. You know what? Not bump that, bro. We're just gonna go ahead and go into it, man. Tonight, tonight, University of Louisville beat Stanford 75-73. And if you miss, like I said, I would continue to pump everything that we do on 54 Sports Network. If you miss the Bird's Eye View show, shame on you. It is what it is. Um, Mika J and Bump City Rocks and Roll. We're gonna go ahead and have a barbecue for us, and then we're gonna go ahead and give a mile wide and have a celebration for everybody. With this 75-73 on this one, this was a sketchy ass game. Louisville, the last team they played was who?
Stanford.
Stanford. So you got it rock and roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the stats and rock and roll with this one. This was not an easy feat. Louisville was down 33-30 at halftime. Whoo! And then Stanford came out blazing. We can beat them. Hit a couple of shots. Let's get it. And they rocked and roll with that. Stanford was led with by why would they have every name unknown to man? This is the Don's nightmare. Ryan A 11 points. Sellers, dude name is Aziwa Oziyyah, whatever. Sellers 22 points. Renault 17 points. 10 points for Shisham Akapara. God dang. James Scott for Louisville at 12. Noah Waterman has been solid. 12 points. Terrence Edwards, solid, even though he irky jerky, had 25. Chucky Hadburn, 20. So Terrence Edwards had 25, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Chucky had 20 and 8 assists, 2 rebounds. He also had 4 turnovers. Only 2 points from the bench. Not
Crazy.
good. Not good. Not good. Team stats, real quick, before we dive into this. Team stats, I'm going to go ahead and say Stanford shot way better than they did in that first game. They 46%. Louisville shot 50. 3 pointers. Stanford 11 for 26. Louisville 8 for 23. So Stanford shot 42. Louisville 34. Free throws. Stanford 10 for 12. Louisville 11 for 18. We were talking about Chucky missing free throws. We talking about of course Mr. Damn, I can't Edwards Fat was missing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Rebounds 32-28 Louisville. Assists 15-13 Stanford. Turnovers we had 11 turnovers. We had about 8 or 9 in the first half. We was
Mm-hmm.
turnover like it ain't no
Sure
thing.
did.
Points in the paint. Louisville 36. Stanford 24. Fouls they had 19. Louisville had 11. My thing is, I look at it and I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the first. When I looked at it, man, it was like it was a team who played the day before and a team who didn't. It was a team who played you last week also. That's a odd commodity for you to play somebody who you played last week. The last game.
Right.
Odd commodity. So you ain't gotta do any kind of research. You already know what they running. So it was about Louisville building up steam, how we need to address it, and it was different. And and it wasn't like that Louisville wasn't prepared because they said it was the first time Louisville was down at halftime. Let's say in
It's
the
the
ACC.
ACC. Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like he wasn't prepared. But Don, let's get it. Let's talk about first half. What did you see? What did you see in the first half?
First half, I looked at. It seemed like our. I mean, everything was seemed kind of off though to me. It just our rhythm wasn't all the way together. Our defense wasn't all the way together. We wasn't guarding the perimeter in no type of way, and like our switches was just not switching. our, it wasn't. It wasn't going as smooth as it usually does, as you see. And our offense, like I said, it felt like they was kind of like fumbling with the ball. Seemed that's what called was going to the turnovers. It just like I said, it just felt out of rhythm. Like, this ain't them right here. Like, what's going on? So what with them, like I've learned, like in the past, I would have gave up. Like, here we go with this. But with this team through the years, we have learned to like, okay, just take a deep breath. Don't get frustrated with them. Just calm down and just watch the game and let them go ahead and do what they got to do to get back in this game, and that's exactly what they did.
First half, T Rock.
Well, I think the first half had a lot to do with just mainly defense. A lot of missed assignments. Give Stanford credit for knocking down open shots. They did not do that in the first game. They did knock down a narrow open shot. Um, so that them knocking down shots helped. But I think it was just more of a defensive lapse. Offense, honestly, I wasn't too worried about, just primarily because they knew the actions, and it was just coaching to it. I mean, especially if you get off just playing a team 5 days ago, you're gonna know what they ran. You know what I mean? And now it's
Right.
just all right. Now we can go back to the drawing board on how we're going to try to defend it.
True.
And then but offensively, I wasn't too worried about it. Once the people like Fat and Chucky figured out, okay, let me do what I usually do to get the
Right.
ball to the in the basket.
Preach.
That's
Preach.
yeah, that's when it started to turn around. Because Chucky is vital, with especially with Rain sitting down. Chucky is vital to this offense right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
So let me get
Vital
this dude.
as vital as in has to be a more score.
Yes, he has to
Okay.
be. He has to be. When your all-purpose dude gets 2 points in the game or 4 points in the game, you're gonna have to do something. Now I'm kind of disappointed that I'm sure we'll
No,
bring
no,
that
you
up
good.
later.
No, you good. You good. You good.
He's Hattie's got to do play better. Quit complaining about everything that happens and play ball. You're not LeBron and them. You're not going to get
No.
every call. You're not going to
No.
stop crying
You
and just
six.
play ball. I
You six
understand
for
there's something you
five,
can bitch
bro.
about.
You
Yeah, I
six for
understand you can.
you
Yeah,
six for
do
five,
what you
bro.
do.
You six for
Yeah,
five.
stop
Let-
stop it.
let- no, you hit a point. You're 6 for 5. So to me,
How you
I,
really
I,
feel?
I think it was more. Um, You did have not played. I'll say that, but you got to sit on the head. It's a lot of shit that you look at and you're like, hold on, bro. Like what are we doing here? Like, what's the deal? And I get it because the defense travels. We always say defense travels. In the first half, they get shots like bump. We was going back and forth. He's like they keep it. Hopefully the legs get tired, whatever. But we didn't know how many. Like, let's be honest, guys. How many leagues basically get your star player out of there? I mean, Maximum Renault, he was fouling.
Yeah.
They got him out of there. A lot of times, especially for in the past, Louisville has not been fortunate to have a lot of calls on that. And he was fouling, so we can't say that. But he was determined. But once he went out, it was done. It was over. They was done. They was done. They was cooked. And Louisville was down 15. Um, like you said, both of you said, Hadley, brother, that's 2 games in a row. I know it's these two people. Maybe you don't match up with them.
Yeah, the height. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't trusting your 3-point jump. Because if you knock it down to 3, then they gotta respect it. You can go around. That was not a good matchup for him. Because we were seeing people that we ain't never heard of. Ball. Like, who is this dude for Stanford? All that. So second half, Louisville got down by what, 16, 15? Something crazy.
15.
But the great thing is they got down early with it. Not late. And they went ahead and attacked old boy, got him out of there. I said it on the Bird's Eye View show that aired today. Edwards and Chucky had to win this game. Because I knew it was going to be tough. So dudes who are the ballers win the game, we'll move on. Because once you win this game, everybody's comfortable. Mm-hmm. All these guys, and hats off to Waterman, because he, as much as y'all know how I smash his ass, dude had 12 points.
9 rebounds.
We ain't seen that since Kentucky game.
True that.
Basically. So what I'm saying is that your leaders lead. And they led, especially in the second half. So I was definitely impressed with that, without a doubt. So real quick for the people, James Scott had 12 and 8. Waterman had 12 and 9. Haley only had 4 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. Fat had 25 and 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Game winner, Chucky Hepburn. Had 20 points, four turnovers, 8 assists, 2 rebounds.
Yeah.
So we dive into different. So tomorrow Louisville probably play Clemson, either Clemson or Southern Methodist. Do you think this game shakes? Because my thing is, Rain is dressed, not like uniform. He's just sitting on the sidelines. Do y'all guys think that they was like, man, we can beat these two without him? Because we just beat him. We just beat them by 20. I mean, I'm not saying that it was, but what's your thought on him? Like, because if we're going to know a lot tomorrow. Because if Rain plays tomorrow, then we know that you was just like, I'm going to do. T-Rock, what you looking at? What you thinking?
I honestly don't think I don't think Rain is going to play until tournament, NCAA tournament.
Okay.
I just, you know what I mean? Now, I think obviously Rain on the floor takes a lot of attention off some of the other guys.
Hell yeah.
But I don't think he's going to play until the tournament because right now, I mean, as it stands, I mean, it's kind of messed up to say we don't need him right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, we're still shorthanded like a mother, but you know what I'm saying? We're getting by with what you know what I'm saying with Fat and Chucky right now. Uh, putting the ball in the basket. So if you got your prime shooter, well, just I mean, if I'll put it to you like this: if he does play, it's it's going to be if Louisville makes it to the championship game. Other than that,
that's what I'm
I
thinking.
could I couldn't
Yeah,
imagine him playing.
I
That's
can
what I'm
see that.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like each time it's like we can get through this hump. We get through this hump. If we don't get it, but I think one of the calling cards though, my brothers, his peoples are there.
Hmm.
That's the like if he plays tomorrow, besides him being healthy, and we need him, his family's there. And they said, well, that probably be their first round, but still, dude. I mean, like my thing is this. I would say this. I don't see boots. I don't see a lot of things, but I trust it. I trust PK. Point
Yeah,
blank. I trust
yeah.
PK. Um, so as we go
Mm.
into it, Don, I'm gonna hit you this way. Hold on, I'm gonna hit you this. Hold on, Don. I'm gonna hit you this way. I'm gonna let you cover a lot of shit. So, so the back end of it. So not even just the back end. Front end Louisville's struggling, and it's not a bad game, but they hit shots. Right? Let's be honest. Stanford hit
Yeah.
shots. Right? So, what's your thoughts going into halftime, and they rocking and rolling into the second, let's say the second, they was rocking and rolling still. So the second half, we were still struggling. What was your thoughts on
Right.
that shit?
Well, that was my thing. I was looking at it. Okay, after the halftime, let's see how we, does he change up? What does he, have for their speech at halftime? How they going to come out? How they going to be prepared? Are they going to be ready to switch it up? Are they going to do things different? Because PK has been, hey, he is good in his play calling. I got to give him
Right,
that play calling he does coming, every certain type of situation. We've seen him be good at it, as in mostly. And as in, I did write this down and I was watching the game. So when they had that 15-point lead, it was 14-16 into the second half.
mm.
They had that 15-point lead. After that, Louisville scored 38 and Stanford scored 19 after that. So you see how we outscored them right there. And yeah, that did it. We outscored about 19 going into the after that mark of winning 15. So it's like once we stayed with them, and then at the time you seen one basket, you seen two basket, you seen some defense, you seen a running. You was like, it's Louisville. They got to get back into this bad boy. Next thing you know, they just cut that lead all the way down, and it was just, whew, it was good to watch. Just the feel that you not feeling like, all right, because in the past or whatever else you might have felt like, I mean, we ain't about to come back. It's over. But no, all right, we had good feeling. I would think Cardinal fans, you wasn't feeling like even this cardiac card that we have known for the past years, but at the same time, you had faith that this team could come back because you know how this team has been all year. We've always been like a team of runs, but that's what ball is most of the time. A game of runs.
All right. So
So yeah, it was good.
let's do this way. So we have close to 9 minutes, and I'm gonna do this way. So Louisville is either gonna play SMU, Clemson. T Rock, who you want to play?
Um, I don't care. I feel like it's either one is we match up well against. If I had to choose, I'd say Clemson, primarily because I want to take the wind out of people's sails. I mean,
Right. Right.
if they
Mm-hmm.
because you can't every time ACC was talked about
Right.
and you talked about
Right.
Louisville, you always had to talk about Clemson right behind them.
Right.
So
Right. Well, actually,
yeah,
talk about Clemson and talk about Louisville behind them. Like we ain't
Mm-hmm.
beat their ass. Yeah, you right. Yeah, you right.
yeah,
Don,
yeah. Come on, stop it.
Yep. I feel that. I'm with him because it's like, who's the real number two? We beat y'all already, but y'all want to take claim to, oh, we there. Y'all ranking want to be ahead of us. Y'all, the AP and all y'all want to be, Let's show. Let's boss up. Who's really number two? Because then we taking on one, and we about to show everyone who is
the two best
the
players
one.
besides Chucky, we played them tonight, and Cooper. Cooper probably is not gonna play in this tournament. Dude
Mm-mm.
messed up his ankle. He probably not.
Ooh, that was ugly.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So it's like, stop
Yeah.
playing with us. Stop playing. So we rock and roll with that. And you had a lot of derogatory shit that was by Duke, um, their page, and different things like that.
Yeah, they're a little upset.
So, I come with you guys. Is the next question I'm gonna go to is who for the next game needs to be a factor. One of y'all can use Hadley, but the other one can't.
You already
Who wants to
know.
go first?
Go ahead, Don.
Don.
All right. I mean, all right. We're gonna put it like this. I think Abacar. I keep messing
You
his
good?
name up. Tori
Abubakar? Abubakar? Abubakar.
Abubakar. Yeah, I think he needs a. We need more production off the bench, as in guys are getting. If you're gonna take guys out to get rest or whatever, we're rolling hard with the starting five, and that second unit start coming in a little bit. But Carray's gonna have to do more. He's gonna have to like assert himself more. I don't know what happened because at one point he was up in that mix and was making moves, driving and doing everything else, but it seemed like he just started backing off. So, and it seemed like I don't know if he just got a little timid some of the time, or it's just the matchups maybe. I don't know, but he needs to get back in that
I
ball that he was
I
playing.
really think with him it's almost the Jerome Harmon effect. And I know you two old dudes know like me. You remember when Jerome Harmon broke his foot back in the day with Lil Bradford and everything, and he had a
Right.
red shirt. It took time for that. And once, like his 2 years here at Louisville, talking about Jerome Harmon, his second year, dude was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's happening. It's like with Bubakari, I'm not saying he's Jerome Harmon, but I'm saying it takes time because Bubakari was starting.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was starting. Dude was starting. Like, so that means Hadley wasn't starting. Or somebody else wasn't starting. Somebody was out of there. Let's keep it
Rain
real.
wasn't starting.
What's the Rain? There it is.
Yeah.
Rain wasn't starting. So it was like, it's a difference. So, and I get you and I understand it. So the question, T Rock, what you got?
Hadley.
Hadley.
Because the thing is, although Louisville's bench comes in and gives good minutes, they really don't put the ball in the basket much anyway.
Right. Right.
You're lucky to
Mhm.
get 10 off the bench,
Happy.
right? And a lot of that, like I said, a lot of that is necessity stuff. When you have a guy that starts and gives you 4 points, I don't know how many boards. I don't know how many boards he had.
Who?
Hadley.
Hadley only had,
It's
well, he had
6.
six.
Was it
He
6
had
or 8?
six. Six.
Oh.
4 points, 6 boards. That's I guess you spoiled us for a little while. You know what I mean? And I get matchups. I totally get it. I totally get it. But this, you have to. find other ways to put the ball in the basket. You're gonna have to find other ways to, box people out and quit complaining about every call. You're not gonna get every call. You're not in the league. Stop it. Just play ball. Obviously, if it's an obvious foul, you didn't get it. Okay, chirp a little bit, but we need you down the court. You know what I'm saying, we need
Period.
you to put some. We need you to do something. So Hadley, I feel it needs to do it because again, if you have Traore coming off the bench and not giving you points, you don't have
Let, let me ask you this.
Frank coming off the bench not giving you points.
Let me go to this because I want to do this in like 2.5 minutes, real quick.
Hmm.
Does anybody scare you from Clemson?
Nope.
I'm just asking. Like Don, go ahead, come on.
No, not
Because
that I can remember.
Shaflin was weak 2 years ago. Like they build Clemson like they tough. They're not good. They're not good. So we'll probably face right now it's 25-21. We'll probably face Clemson, but if we do, that's not a scary thing, right? I just think that the experience that Louisville has experienced, like this game, especially when you hear everybody, but they ain't won no close game and shit. Well, you got one right now in the tournament.
Hmm.
Do or die. Let's get it. Make plays.
Right.
I love it. Um,
Right.
and that's great. All right, so the Don. First of all, we're not gonna go with you, but we want to know what you're drinking.
We have the finest, one of the top shelves blends tonight
Okay.
going on there.
Okay.
It's going to be, that's why the show's Louisville top shelf.
You know that's right. T Rock, what you leaving the people with, brother?
Uh, Everybody have a good rainy weekend. It's totally messed up my golf weekend. But anyway, everybody have a great weekend and go cards.
Oh, shit. Damn. Yeah. The Don, what you leaving the people with?
All right, something simple, something quick. Hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But hey, don't be afraid to take some risks sometime.
Hey, my whole thing is that I'm gonna tell you what. Nobody does it better. These guys has continued to impress me, show what they do, and they love and they care what they do. So, God bless them. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's only the beginning. God bless. We outing. Peace out.